Well everyone, it's time for us to go and compare the Apple Watch Series 9 against the Apple Watch Series 4 and see which specific Apple Watch is the better one for you. Now clearly I would definitely say the Apple Watch Series 9 is by far the better Apple Watch that you should definitely pick up. This is the one that makes a majority of sense for me to recommend to people to buy. There really isn't a reason why I would recommend people to buy an Apple Watch Series 4 anymore, considering this thing is like the oldest supported Apple Watch. But it is funny because it is the current Apple Watch I'm currently using. It's the one I use on an everyday basis, and I've actually been using this watch, I think for like 3 years now or something. Like it's been quite a bit of time. So if you want to pick up some of the more recent Apple Watches, links will be down in the description. You can get them from there and you can help support the channel at the same time. Now, starting off with the outside of the Apple Watch Series 4, this Apple Watch came out many years ago, and it was a good Apple Watch when it first came out. This actually signified the first time Apple actually went through and increased the size of our Apple Watch displays. So with the Apple Watch Series 4, we were getting a 40 or 44 millimeter casing inside of these watches. So again, this was the first time we saw that improvement, and that was something I was actually really happy about. I feel like these types of things are very important when we're getting these types of Apple Watches. So that made me very happy that Apple went through and improved and gave us this type of better experience for these watches. Now with the Apple Watch Series 9, we did get a bigger size display. So we are getting a bigger size display that came with the Series 7. So we're getting a 41 millimeter size or that 45 millimeter size. So it's slightly bigger. It's not the biggest deal in the world, but you are able to see that it is slightly different than the Series 4. So that's kind of like another minor thing to keep in mind there, but you're still getting kind of the same type of layout. The digital crown and the side button are basically kind of the same thing as well, so not much has changed as far as I can tell. So on the back, you're still getting that same type of charging capability too. So the charger capability on the back is almost exactly the same as well. They can interlock and change the chargers if you want to. That's the thing I love about Apple. They've kept the same type of charging capability, which is amazing, but also the bands. The bands you can interchange between both as well. So if you get the same small or bigger model, depending on which one you get, you can interchange the bands between them. And that is something that is really nice to have on these types of Apple Watches as well. So although it's not perfect, it's still a really cool thing that Apple did here. And that in and of itself is a very cool thing that they did. So thumbs up for me for sure from that perspective. Now, some big things to keep in mind here. I think the build quality of the Apple Watch Series 9 is maybe a little slightly bit better. So that's kind of a cool thing. Also, I'd probably say that you're getting definitely the overall better Apple Watch from the Apple Watch Series 9 for sure. Like there's no question about it. Now, on top of that, you're getting big changes with the chipset. So the S4 chip was inside the Series 4. The S9 chip is now inside the Series 9. And the thing between these two watches is that you have to remember that the Series 4 is pretty much on its last version of software. This thing's not going to be lasting that much longer. With the Series 9, this thing is just getting started. So the Series 9 is going to be here for many years to come. So that's a big thing to keep in mind. You're probably going to want to get an Apple Watch that's going to be supported for a few more generations, and the Series 4 is already going to be outdated. So that's kind of the problem that you're having with the Series 4. And that's why I plan on upgrading for my Series 4 like fairly soon. So, if you're using a Series 9, I would probably just recommend going through and trying to see what you can do to like upgrade your watch. But like, if you're using a Series 4, just keep in mind that you will probably have to upgrade sooner than later. So it's not the end of the world, but it's just, again, one of those things to kind of keep in mind there. Now, in terms of the performance and everything, in terms of features, you're just getting way more features inside the Series 9 than the Series 4. So you're getting, first of all, twice the amount of brightness for that main display. So the brightness is like twice as high now, which is crazy. You're getting on-device Siri now, which is really cool. So having that type of Siri capability that you can do, straight from your watch is a very nice feature to have. And you're getting that within the Series 9. You're also getting better battery life, I would say, and an overall way faster watch on the Apple Watch Series 9 than on the Series 4. And you're now getting this like double tap feature on your Apple Watch, where if you double tap your index finger and your thumb together, you can actually go ahead and invoke certain commands, which is honestly a very cool thing as well. So I will tell you, being a user of the Apple Watch Series 4 right now, it would just make so much more sense for you to go ahead and buy the Series 9. But there are a lot more watches available than just these two. You can actually go through and basically buy an Apple Watch Series 7 and still have an amazing Apple Watch. You can buy an Apple Watch SE1 or an SE2 and still feel like you're having an amazing Apple Watch there as well. So you don't really have to go from one Apple Watch to the other, like, the old one to the newest one. You can go from a Series 4 to a Series 7 and still feel like you're getting a very good Apple Watch on that one as well. So the choice is yours, but that's basically how I see both of these Apple Watches kind of comparing from that specific perspective. If you have any other thoughts or questions, let me know in the comment section below. Hit the like button, that would mean so much, but definitely hit that subscribe button. More importantly than everything else, I love every single one of you guys. Hopefully I'll catch you guys in the next video. Peace out till then.